Ito na po ang balita. Ikakatuwa nyo po ito. Resback po ni Vladimir Putin ng Russia. Bumagsak po ang ICC. Ito po ang viral po na balita ngayon. At ito po ang nangyari. Kamir Khan, mga kababayan, hinatulan po ng 15 years na pagkakabilanggo. So itong mga justices ng ICC, kinakarma na po mga kababayan. Alam nyo ba na kaibigan talaga ni PRRD itong si Putin? Matalik pala ito ng mag-best friend. Ngayon po mga kababayan, ipapakita natin mamaya, pasabog po ni yung abogado ni Tatay Digong ni Kaufman. Meron pong mahalagang mensahe na ikakatuwa nyo. So ngayon po, itong si Luz Ibanez, matindi po yung dagok sa kanya na birada ng Estados Unidos. Talagang pinalagan din ni Trump ito mga kababayan. Panoorin po natin ito po.
Well, I think that there are some difficulties because these sanctions from United States are designated to block property and to ban immigration. And essentially, they're intended to block our bank accounts, not only in the United States, which for me is not of no significance, but also in Europe. But the thing is that in Europe, the accounts we have are in European banks that normally should work independently from any policy from the United States. So at the beginning, I was called from the bank, I wouldn't say the name now, to announce me that they were canceling my credit card and that I couldn't move any bank account in dollars. I couldn't touch it because they are like kind of freeze. Well, and then we discovered that I couldn't make even an Uber. I couldn't ask even an Uber meal or an Uber taxi. I couldn't use Western Union where normally I send money to my.
O nakita nyo po mga kababayan, ito po yung judge ng ICC na humatol po kay PRRD, Luz Ibanez. Ito po yung buhay niya ngayon na na-sanction po ni Trump. Ngayon mga kababayan, pati itong si Putin, dahil nga po sa pagkakaresto ni PRRD, itong Russia po, tila lulusubin ang ICC. Talagang pina-warrant of arrest na yung 8. Si Kamir Khan, at itong mga 7 pang mga mayayabang na ICC na ito. Tingnan nyo, hindi niya magamit yung taxi, Grab, yung account niya na freeze po, yung bank account niya, hindi niya magamit. Sa immigration, naiipit siya, hindi siya malaya. So yan po yung parusa ni Trump kasi nga gusto nilang hulihin si Trump. Siyempre, napakalakas na bansa ito. Pinakamakapangyarihan na presidente. Ito namang ICC na ginagawang negosyo ang kunwari paghuli-huli sa mga halimbawa na lang kay Tatay Digong dahil nga mahina at hindi makapangyarihan ng Pilipinas. Itong si Tatay Digong, biktima po ng injustice ng ICC. So ngayon po, galit talaga si Russian Putin President, mga kababayan. Kaya naninilikado at pabagsak talaga itong ICC. Kaya nagalit si Putin mga kababayan. Tila ginigipit kasi nila si PRRD. Syempre, kaibigan mo kahit sino naman kung talagang malapit na kaibigan mo Alam nyo bang idol ni Putin itong si PRRD dahil matapang po ito? Mga kababayan, ayun, bumagsak lang sa kamay ni Putin itong ICC na ito. Ang tapang nila, pati itong presidente ng Israel, gusto nilang hulihin. Sino kayo para hulihin itong si Netanyahu, di ba? O tignan nyo itong si De Lima, si Trillanes, Baka madamay ito sa bagsik ni Putin, mga kababayan ko. Ituloy pa natin ito.
Country for the maintenance of my house. Simply, Western Union has freezed my money without any explanation. They don't receive calls. They don't say nothing. Simply, it's done. But the most interesting thing or terrible thing here is that the sanctions are not only against us, the judges, for our job, but against our families. In my case, they affected also my daughter's visa. I have a daughter who is a high-level professional also, and they sent an email to her saying that prudently they have canceled her visa without any explanation, so to the United States. So preventing her to go in for some capacity building, giving conferences or making business in United States. She's an international lawyer, so it's really the most sad part for me of the sanctions. And also I have heard from my colleagues that the sanctions have affected their husbands, their wives, other children, etc. So this is this is the worst part. For me, I don't have I come from Peru and Latin America, and we are not so used to have these digital accounts. I don't have PayPal, I don't have Amazon accounts, but my colleagues, they they have, and they now cannot use their accounts. Also, in my country, I cannot move my accounts in dollars. They say that I am ineligible to move my accounts, my own accounts. So this is the way we cannot buy flight tickets, etc. Just to highlight that why the judges now and this court is not deterred, because at least in my case, and I think that I am speaking for my colleagues, we don't think, at least me, I am not here because I need the job. I'm not here because I need the money. I'm here because I feel that I have a mission for humanity. The work of International Criminal Court is for humanity.
O mga kababayan, naniniwala ba kayo na for humanity ito o for money? Sabi niya, I don't need money, 'di ba? Hindi daw niya kailangan ng pera. So nakakatulong daw siya sa humanity. Anong nakakatulong? Nakakabwisit nga kayo eh. Luz Ibanez, you are the worst Supreme Court in the world because you don't know PRRD. PRRD Duterte is loved by the Filipinos here in our country. You just know the news in the media, the bias media. The Bangag administration just only send PRRD to secure his power in the Philippines. Even Trillanes just put Duterte in ICC for money, not for the Filipinos. You don't know that Duterte is the best president that we ever have in the Philippines? You don't know that because you're not a Filipino. You just know the information, the false allegation being accused to PRRD. And you said that you're only helping the humanity. I tell you, you're not. You're not helping humanity. You're just helping your pocket. Di ba mga kababayan? O sana, I hope you watch this video to let you know that we, the Filipinos, we love PRRD. Every Filipinos love PRRD because he's one of the best president that we ever have in the history. Di ba mga kababayan? O ngayon, nahihirapan sila. Lahat po sila, mga kababayan, na freeze ang account. Yung 7 na hurado dyan ng ICC na gumigipit kay PRRD, ayan, binagsakan sila ng karma. Pati pamilya niya, yung anak niya, nahihirapan sila sa immigration. Western Union na hold din yung account niya. Ganun po kabigat, mga kababayan. Ginagamit po sila Trump, sila Putin ng langit para parusahan sila. Parusahan itong mga sobrang lalaki ng ulo, mga kababayan. Isipin nyo, nangingialam sila sa internal problem ng mga bansa. Akala mo kasi ang ICC, sila yung the righteous court. Di ba, mga kababayan? Pero behind the story, ICC is just a business for making money. Oh, kita nyo si PRRD na politika. Oh, yung nangyaring corruption sa Pilipinas, doon nanggaling yung ginawa nila kay Tatay Digong.
As Nelson Mandela said, the cause of the International Criminal Court is the cause of humanity. And this is why we are resilient, and this is why we need not only to stand together as judges, but the entire international community needs to do that. Because as such, we are working also, as always, for peace and global security. But still, I am Latin American, still I am Peruvian. So we are very resourceful people in my country. So I'm having my strategies which I won't reveal. But it is true that living in Europe, where you don't use digital, you don't use cash, it's very difficult to carry out. But none of this have or deterred us as judges, because those sanctions are designated to attack our independence as judges. And we are not giving up our independence. As judges, we are more united than ever, and we are carrying out our daily functions with the best of our abilities. Although it has impacted the court, the personnel, morale, and etc. But now we are doing well. I think that the court has proven to be very resilient, and the judges as well.
So yan, mga kababayan, ay pakita naman natin itong si Nicholas Kaufman. Ano yung kanyang magandang balita? Ito po.
Attorney Nicholas Kaufman, good afternoon. How are you today?
Good afternoon. I'm well despite the wet and windy conditions here in The Hague.
Attorney, how is our former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte?
As always, he's in good spirits and very happy to see his legal team. I believe he had a visit earlier from the Vice President herself.
Attorney Nick, there's a lot of detractors, especially for you as the lead counsel of the former president, saying that you failed big time with the decision of the appeals chamber. I know you already made a statement about that. Do you want to respond to these detractors of yours?
That I failed big time? I think that's a bit of an over-exaggeration. We do our job. We're lawyers. No one has ever been released, in this court at any rate, for charges of crimes against humanity. If we had managed to release the former president, it would have been a miraculous event. It would have been a great event. And then the Assembly of State Parties, this wonderful conference that took place last week in The Hague, would have been left without anything to show for the achievements of the court over the last year. Yes, it was a long shot. We did our best. But, as I said, it doesn't mean that in the long run we don't have a chance of succeeding, bringing the former president, back home to the Philippines.
Attorney Nicholas Kaufman, the medical determination or findings was already shared to the defense team and also to the other parties. Do we have a time frame as to when the determination of the court will be made public?
Well, we have a time frame in the short term. We've received these medical evaluations. They are, of course, confidential, so I'm not going to share any of the contents with you. We have to file our observations on those reports by the end of the week, by the 12th. And then the court will obviously determine the procedure, whether or not these medical reports will be litigated or whether or not it will take a decision based on those reports only.
Will the court then immediately take action on the motion with respect to the competency of the former president?
We don't know yet. That depends on the decision that they give after they've received the observations of the parties.
Attorney Nicholas Kaufman, is it correct to assume that all of the other motions submitted remains active with respect to the jurisdictional challenge?
Indeed, they do. And today we have received the prosecution's response to our jurisdictional appeal. And that's an interesting response. Once again, I'm not entitled to start litigating the matter in the media, but I believe that there's more to be heard on that matter.
Attorney Nicholas Kaufman, if there are efforts from the supporters of the former president with respect to asking the Supreme Court, asking also the executive department through the office of the president, ensuring that they make position with respect to how the former president was arrested, will this be beneficial or in any way to the contrary to what the defense is doing?
I don't want to interfere with matters that are currently underway in the Philippines. The people who are advising the former president or the lawyers acting on behalf of the former president in the Philippines have their own strategy. And I'm not going to comment on any aspect of this which might interfere with that strategy, just as I would expect them to interfere with my strategy here at the International Criminal Court.
Attorney Nicholas Kaufman, some supporters of the former president are a little bit impatient with respect to the judicial process before the ICC because on the 11th of December will be the 9th month of the continued incarceration of the former president. A lot of individuals raised concerns about the human rights of the accused, in this case, the former president. Do you have comment in this matter?
Well, what I can say is that in the detention center, the former president is being well looked after. Okay? There's a lot of rumors circulating, and there have been these gross and horrible photographs circulated about the former president. That's not the condition. Yes, he's an old man. His condition is not what it was when he was the president, but he's been taken care of and his condition is being managed. With respect to the amount of time that he's currently been in detention, yes, a considerable amount of time has passed. And as I've already mentioned on previous occasions, every 120 days, his detention has to be reviewed. And his detention will be reviewed. The statute also obliges the court to see the former president, to have a hearing in court. The former president, after we'd advised him, elected not to attend the judgment on the appeals chamber's decision. I think we all know the reason for that now.
Yes.
As I've told you, some people think that I failed big time. Well, I knew what the result was going to be anyway. I wished it was otherwise. We did our very best, but that's not where we're banking on winning this case.
Attorney Nick, just to conclude this interview, is there something you want to relay to the supporters, the millions of supporters
Yes, I
of the
do.
former president?
Former president, unfortunately, will be here for the festive season. He'll be visited by one of his daughters in the days before Christmas. But if you want to show your support for the former president, do it peacefully. Respect the court, respect the procedures. Show your support for him like you showed it on his birthday. Send flowers, send presents. I want to see this whole place covered with flowers.
And letters,
And we
perhaps.
will tell him. He knows that, and it means a lot to him because it's support.
Thank you so much,
It's
Attorney
the
Nick.
right sort of support.
So yan mga kababayan ko. Tindi no. Magandang balita ito. In good condition po si Tatay Digong. So dito mga kababayan, yung mga comment po, Attorney Kaufman, we believe in you. Just please take care of our Tatay Digong. He's the best president we had. God will be with you. We support Kaufman. God bless. Thank you, Alvin, for your untiring support to Tatay Digong. We are well informed due to your efforts. Keep up and please don't be tired to let us know what's going on in there. God bless you always. Thank you, Alvin, for vocalizing our desperations. Okay po. Keep safe. Ayan, mga kababayan ko. So, matindi po ito, mga kababayan ko. Yan yung mga kaganapan po. So, ituloy po natin itong buhay ni Luz Ibanez dahil po nalatigo ni Trump. Na-sanction kasi ito, mga kababayan ko. So, lahat ng account na freeze po, hindi niya magamit. Sa Western Union, yung dollar account niya. So, nahihirapan po siyang mamuhay, mga kababayan. Ito po.
Well, I would say that at the beginning it was very difficult, but we gathered with the judges, the affected judges, we gathered with the Dutch authorities, from the Minister of Foreign Affairs, also from the Economic Affairs. So we asked them to support us in a very practical manner. I remember that I said to these high officials that I feel defenselessness, because if they can do nothing, if they are doing over compliance of these sanctions, then where is the sovereignty of this country? Because the banks are independent. Why they should be subordinated to the American policies? I think that this impacted in the authorities, because we also, all the colleagues, we narrated how we were doing and the difficulties. And as they feel, I think, a little bit ashamed. And then next day, I received a call from my bank announcing me that now I could move at least my account in dollars to be converted in euros, so I can have the disposition of my assets. So that was a good issue. And now I think that because the registrar of the court has made some arrangements with the bank, for the moment we can use our money in euros, but you know what will happen in the future. Now, European Commission, I think that it has been clear during this week that everybody, at least in the speech, are supporting us. But what we are asking are practical measures. What we are asking is action. We need the support of the entire world, but we are in Europe now, and Europe.
You know, Luz Ibanez, the ICC is a bad image, especially here in the Philippines, because ICC is just a puppet, or you're making money of this because of the people in so many countries that you imprison in the ICC. You just what do we call this, mga kababayan, yung nangingialam. You're interfering to the problem, an internal problem of the poor country like the Philippines. And you're just making money of this. Di ba, mga kababayan ko? Di ba? Na nangaano ng suporta daw the whole world. No, you don't have my support. Especially we in the Philippines. We hated ICC the most. We hated it because our best president that we ever had in the Philippines is prison in the ICC because of the many crooks in the Philippines, the corruptor politician in the Philippines. PRRD sent there in the ICC just to erase the image of Duterte in the political surface. Am I right, mga kababayan ko? Ano masasabi nyo po? Nalatigo po ito eh. Kaya galit si Russian Putin dito. Lahat ng mga ICC talagang aarestuhin na. Susugurin na po itong ICC na ito. Okay po, mga kababayan? Ano masasabi nyo po? Yan lamang po ang ating balita. I-comment nyo kung saan po kayo, saan umabot ang video natin. At re-replyan ko po isa-isa. Salamat po na marami. Isang like, isang share po, at isang subscribe. Salamat po na marami. Mabuhay po.